Alright, hello and welcome to a video that hopefully won't get too many people's hopes up, because I don't know if I'll ever actually finish this. Warcraft 3 custom maps. I've done a couple before, started but never really finished the overarching story that I tried to make. Basically I've spent a couple hours making some stuff, which is basically all this. All custom information and shit. We got basically the idea is that it's an entire army of mercenary units. So we've got Murloc spawning pool. We got a bandit tavern, forge, war mill for upgrades. We got an ogre camp over here, and then we got a frost troll hut to make frost. So each one makes their own different units. You got frost trolls, murlocs, bandits, and ogres. I'm not really sure how balanced it'll be, but yeah, I think it'd be nice. And then instead of farms or burrows or anything, we got nice little orc campaign pig farms. So that's nice. And then we got only one single hero, and that's this guy here. I've customized some of the abilities slightly. So basically the way it starts is we go, for the first army production, we have Murlocs and Bandits for the first tier. And then out of those you get 2 out of 3 units. Then you have to upgrade the outpost into a fort. And then you unlocks the 3rd unit. And when this goes up to a fort, you can start building some ogres and some trolls. And the same again, the first 2 units are unlocked with the fort when upgraded the first time. And then you upgrade it to the 3rd time, and then you get the strongest units of ogres and the strongest unit of trolls. And with the upgrade into a stronghold, you unlock dragons. So you get some nice dragons as the endgame powerful unit. So yeah, there's 4 different production structures. A lumberyard, which has the human lumber gathering upgrade as well as the masonry upgrade. And then we got the blacksmith, which is renamed into a forge. And the forge has 3 upgrades, 2 armor, 1 weapon. It's just called like iron weapon, iron weapons. And then you got armor for the heavier units. The heavier units are basically the bandits and the ogres. And then the lighter armored units are the murlocs and trolls. So that's basically how that works. Or at least that's how it should work anyway, in theory. I haven't really tested any of it, but I've got some custom stuff. It took me a while to get all the building chains, all the unit data, because I've got all of these custom units and stuff that I've had to do. I haven't really renamed much aside from all the buildings. Mostly what I've renamed, as well as I've had to give like cost values as to how much everything costs. So basically, a long time ago I had the idea of having like a whole empire-wide thing where you it's like night elves, humans, undead, orcs in different corners of the world, and then my army comes in and fucks up the balance of different stuff. And then I don't know, I just had an idea. Basically it'd start on an island controlled by humans or something. Then I come in and just by myself with just my character here, and I go to a village, talk to village, go out and find like bandits off in a corner doing who knows what. But originally it was going to be like undead. The idea was originally to control undead as like a necromancer, but I've since changed that to more like making an army of mercenaries of various types and taking over everything as a giant mercenary army, or instead I get hired by one of the 4 races and then I go do a mission for them, and instead of me taking territory, they gain territory. I wonder if I still have a map. I'm going to stop recording for a moment and see if I still have that map that I made a long time ago. Alright, so I don't see it anywhere in any of my stuff where I normally keep things like that, but I used to have a map of an island. And so yeah, it'd be kind of like a... best way to put it would be Dawn of War 2, Dark Crusade, or Soulstorm, like that kind of map that's divided into territories. I'd probably like roll some dice to determine what happens in the other places, like do humans fight the Night Elves? If so, who do they win? Who wins and claims some territory? I was going to also have individual territories determine what armies you can have. Like what kind of strength an army has, or what kind of units you can bring, or bonuses like this area has more gold than normal, so you get like a... if an area has a lot more natural resources, you can one of the armies would start with more base buildings, that kind of thing. That's the idea anyway. I'm not really sure when or even if I'll do it. I just thought I'd put the idea out there and see if people would want me to fully do it. So I'm thinking I'll take this and do a couple small things. Like I'd probably start with just a human, like the original idea of an island, and going from there. There wouldn't really be much story. Whenever I put story into it, I really just can't be stuck trying to continue on a story. I just get lazy, basically. But a world conquest thing would be a lot easier than trying to keep everything as a story. But I can throw story into a world conquest thing as well. Like I said, if I wanted, I could just have Murlocs in one map, because a map was more water than anything else. Or I could just have bandits or trolls, because these are frost trolls, they'd be more in a icy part of the world, and then you got ogres and bandits, like I said. Yeah, so yeah, just figured I'd throw that idea out there, and you guys can let me know what you think. Later.